congratulations. You shared a moment there with Maurice Hooker. What did you say to each other?
You know what? I wanted to thank him for giving me this opportunity. You know, I wanted to fight at 140. You know, I felt like I could beat him, and you know what? He didn't have to take this fight. I'm not to give myself a big head. I feel like I'm a problem at 147. He didn't have to take this fight on his first 147 fight, but you know, I give him props.
You had said coming in this was the toughest test of your career, and it felt like we were watching the best performance of your career. How did you feel in there?
I felt like I did pretty good. You know, there's always room for improvement. Always, you know, I felt like I could have done a lot of things better. But I mean, overall, I think I did okay.
This was a knockout win for you, but this was a tough fight. You can see by the markings on your face. What was Maurice Hooker showing you early?
He was showing me that he was durable. Definitely, he could definitely take a punch. He really could. He was smart. He was trying to get around my guard. I knew what to do. What
was the game plan coming in?
The game plan coming in was just to slow him down because I knew he was going to want to box. He wouldn't want me to stay inside. I neutralized it.
You wound up finishing this fight, but during the fight, as you're landing a lot of power punches, was there a part of you thinking, look, I may have to go the distance here?
Honestly, yeah. I did think that I was going to go the distance at some point in the fight because, to be honest, the headshots weren't hurting him at all. He could take a punch. I'm not going to lie. I knew that it wasn't going to be the head, so that's when I started investing to the body.
You have said that every fight since the Mauricio Herrera fight, you have gained more confidence. What does a win like this do for you?
Definitely gives me more confidence to I believe in myself more that I'm ready for a title shot. Just whoever's willing to give me the opportunity. You know, I'm very respectful. I'm not going to call anyone a bum. I'm not like that at all. I respect every fighter that comes into this ring.
It just so happens that 3 pieces of the welterweight title are actually in the building tonight with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, both ringside. What do you have to say to them?
I don't have anything else to say. I do all my talking in the ring. Technically, I am in the ring right now, but you know what I mean, all right?
For a guy like Terence Crawford, who does not have a fight booked next, would you like that to be your next fight?
I would love that opportunity. You know what? If I get any opportunity from anyone, then of course, and Crawford is possibly the #1 pound-for-pound boxer in the world, you know, definitely top 2. And if they give me that opportunity, I'm looking at you, bud. I'm looking at you. If you want to make this fight happen, I'm more than willing to do it.
Do you believe at 22 years old, you're ready for a Terence Crawford?
I don't care if I'm ready or not. I want that fight.
Congratulations, Vergil.
What's up, boxing fans? King of the Ring TV here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Vergil Ortiz and Maurice Hooker. Vergil Ortiz was the winner of the fight, and Maurice Hooker lost that fight. It was a good fight, but Vergil Ortiz came out on top and dominated the fight. Maurice Hooker had some success, a lot of success in the fight. So he didn't just, you know, roll over or anything like that, but he had a lot of success when he boxed, you know, at a distance, was fighting using his height and everything like that. Where he failed that was when he started trying to fight in the inside and mix it up with Vergil Ortiz. He should have used his range and everything like that. Use his range, because when he did that, he had success in that fight. So and gave Vergil Ortiz some trouble. Had his face beat up and looking like a pizza after the fight. So he did have some success. He took his shots well. The only problem that he had was when Vergil Ortiz landed that body shot. That one body shot that took a lot out of him. But you know, Maurice Hooker showed some heart. He pulled through it, because usually when you get hit in the body from like the solar plex or whatever, like Jamal Charlo did in one of his fights, his last fight he had, did in that fight against Rosario, and knocked him out. It was like a jab to the body. That can stop a fight, you know. And you know, Maurice pulled through somehow pulled through it and continued on, even though the bell, it was a couple seconds till the bell. He finished the fight strong, so that was a lot of heart. But throughout the fight, he was giving him boxing on the outside, and then he got to just fighting in the inside. Just got too happy and trying to fight in the inside, taking too much of the shots and everything like that. But that's where he felt that, and he ended up landing a shot. I guess he hit him on the forehead, landed a shot, and Maurice had popped his bone out of place or something like that, so dislocated his shoulder, something like that. So he went down immediately after that shot. So I mean, it was a good fight. Maurice tried his best, and Vergil Ortiz, he's young, up and coming, has a lot of power and everything like that. And I think that he will be a good fighter. Not if he wants to have a short career, get in there. Of course, get in there with Terence Crawford and Earl Spence. Get in there and the high level of fighters, and you will have a short career. But I think it's too soon because he's 22 years old. So take your time. Don't get too eager. Build yourself up. I think because in the fight, Maurice Hooker, when he was having success, I think that threw a lot of his confidence off. So threw a lot of Vergil Ortiz confidence off in the fight. I could see that on his face. So Vergil Ortiz ended up telling Maurice Hooker, and close to the end of the round, in one of the rounds, he was telling Maurice Hooker, "Come on, let's fight," or this and that, because I think he was getting frustrated because he couldn't, because Maurice was too tall and having success and taking his shots. So that took a lot of his confidence away. So at the end of the fight, Vergil Ortiz, after that, he was because before the fight, he was telling, I'm ready for Terence Crawford, I'm ready. And even Oscar De La Hoya was saying that. But I think after that performance, Vergil Ortiz, he was interviewing with the interviewer, and he was and that interviewer was asking him, are you ready for Terence Crawford and Earl Spence and this and that? He was like, I have respect, and I'll fight him, but I have respect and this and that. So he wasn't too eager to call out Terence Crawford and say, I'm ready for you, let's make it happen, this and that, because I think Maurice Hooker took a lot of Vergil Ortiz's confidence away in that fight. Now he's second guessing, thinking about, I might not be ready for a Terence Crawford if I couldn't knock Maurice Hooker clean out, because Maurice Hooker was taking his punches. But the only thing Maurice couldn't take was the body shot. So, I mean, and then the thing with that is the body shot to the solar plex, that could knock anybody out. That's a real weak spot, and it's hard to recover from that. It takes a long time to recover for that. So, but he didn't knock him clean out or nothing like that, get no spectacular win. So he had he won, and he dominated a little bit in some of the rounds, but he didn't do like he wanted to do. So I think that hurt a lot of his confidence. I could tell about it at the end of the fight with Vergil was wasn't too confident about calling out Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford was waiting for that. I seen him, they put the camera on Terence Crawford, and he was smiling and everything like that, saying, I see you, type of stuff. So he was waiting for that, because Terence Crawford, man, I know one thing, he's a real, he likes to fight, man. He likes competition. He smiles, man. That smile of the smile of death, you know. So, but Vergil Ortiz is not. He's definitely not ready for Terence Crawford, Earl Spence, or Keith Thurman, or anybody of that caliber. I would say Mikey Garcia, but you know his brother Train, they got they in the same type of camp, so that ain't gonna work. Jerron, you got Jerron out there. You got a lot of good welterweights. I wouldn't say Jerron boots in this. I wouldn't say he should fight him. Cause the thing with Vergil Ortiz, he's definitely got the power. Not like amazing power, but he's pretty good. He's got power and everything like that. I think after him fighting Maurice Hooker, that really showed where he's at. I think it showed his age. I think he's still got things to work on. He looked spectacular, because anybody can look spectacular against opponents that you had in the past, and they wasn't too, they wasn't too good. You know what I'm saying? They throw you in there with, people that ain't, high quality fighters and everything like that. And that's to build you up and make you look like something that, that you just on top of the world. So until you get into a fight with a high level quality, good resume type fighter like a Earl Spence, Terence Crawford, Jerron, I would say Jerron's still coming up, Jerron, but he's got a lot of talent. But Earl Spence, Terence Crawford, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, like those type of fighters will show you, where you are as a fighter. So if he get in there with them, yeah, it might not be too good, but yeah, Vergil Ortiz, he's 22, so he still need to get some more experience and fight fighters like a Maurice Hooker, or maybe, like something like that. Just get a couple fights, because even Maurice Hooker said the same thing, that he's not ready for a guy like Terence Crawford or anything like that. People like him, to get a couple fights under your belt. He was just being honest, even though he lost the fight. And yeah, he was kind of frustrated with the crowd because the crowd was booing, but but it was a good fight though. So he tried his best. Vergil Ortiz came out on top after he won, but I guess it was like Maurice had injured his hand and everything like that, so we couldn't see how the fight could have played out, if it was going to be a straight knockout, cold knockout, or if it was going to go to the scorecards, because it seemed like it was pretty close on the percentages and stuff like that. Like the punches and landed and everything like that, it was pretty close. But Vergil Ortiz was winning on the percentages landed, and that wasn't good. See, if Maurice would have stayed, fought tall and kept him out, in range, pump out that jab and everything like that, and not get on the ropes or anything like that. But he had to do what he had to do, because he got hurt with that body shot. So, and he took it. So, and that's a pretty big thing, to get hit in the solar plex and lose all your air and stuff like that. So, but it was a good fight, man. You can watch that fight on DAZN website, or download the app. Watch the fight. It was a pretty good fight. If you want. But that was a quick little video for you guys. Make sure you go like the channel, subscribe to it. King of the Ring TV, that is. Follow me on Instagram, King of the Ring TV as well.